Hello everyone. Have you ever wondered what it takes to confront a fierce wild boar? Today, Lion Farm takes you on a journey with hunter Tyler to uncover the secrets behind this intense battle against a wild and dangerous beast. Let's find out, what will he do to bring them under control? Tyler switches to an off-road vehicle, driving deep into the dense forest toward a circular trap that has just been triggered. Inside, wild boars of all sizes are scrambling in panic. Infrared cameras and dim lighting capture the chaos. Controlling this species is both urgent and incredibly challenging. Tyler and his team prepare to transfer the boars from the trap to a specialized transport truck. From above, the octagonal trap appears as a tiny dot amid the vast forest. The squeals of the boars echo as they jostle each other. This job requires precise coordination and significant stamina. Through the iron bars, Tyler locks eyes with a sleek, black-haired wild boar. Its stare is fierce and alert, radiating primal instincts. Around it, other boars continue rummaging for food or trying to escape. Tyler reflects on their raw survival power. As night falls, Tyler's mission enters a new phase. Through a thermal scope, the field lights up with moving heat signatures. Wild boars foraging. He and the other hunters silently take their positions, holding their breath, ready for a population control operation. Gunshots erupt in the darkness. Through the thermal scope, Tyler clearly sees targets dropping or scattering into the night. Technology provides a major advantage, but every shot is a difficult choice between letting life be and stepping in. The hunt continues across the expansive field. Tyler and his team use thermal scopes with various color modes to track movement. The herd disperses, and the isolated ones become easier targets. The silence between volleys heightens the tension. By dawn, the hunt winds down. Tyler stands in the field, surveying the remaining tracks. He ponders the natural cycle and humanity's sometimes harsh role in maintaining ecological balance. Tyler and his team resume their mission. Through his scope, he sees the herd panic and scatter after the first shots. He quickly locks onto a new target and pulls the trigger. Every move demands absolute focus and pinpoint accuracy to complete tonight's task. The night thickens, with only flickering thermal images on the screen. Tyler pans his scope across the fast-moving white shapes. More shots ring out. More targets fall. This is an ongoing effort to protect crops and preserve ecological harmony.
Oh my God, come on guys.
Tyler spots a group of boars hiding near the forest's edge. He signals his team, and they coordinate flawlessly, firing in unison. The effectiveness of technology and teamwork is clear, yet it also raises questions about the ethics of the hunt. One boy breaks off from the group, wandering across an open field. It's the perfect opportunity. Tyler takes a deep breath, lines up the shot, and fires. The accurate bullet halts its movement. He lowers his gun, the silence settling in just before the next round of gunfire. Suddenly, a large herd appears, forcing Tyler and his team to act fast. Rapid gunfire erupts, muzzle flashes piercing the night, blending with the frightened cries of the boars. The moment calls for decisiveness and calm under pressure. Tyler assesses the night's outcome. The number of boars taken down is significant. On the thermal screen, motionless heat spots are scattered across the field. Though necessary, this work leaves a heavy feeling in him. As dawn breaks, Tyler stands still in the field, wrapped in the morning chill. He reflects on what's been accomplished and the lives taken. The greatest lesson isn't in the technique or technology, but in realizing that every human interference with nature demands humility, respect, and deep responsibility for life's fragile balance. We hope that through today's video you've gained insight into the methods hunters use to deal with wild boars. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe and share it with your friends to support the Lion Farm channel. Goodbye and see you next time. Have you ever wondered what lies hidden deep within the forests of France, where gunshots echo and hearts race with excitement? Get ready! Today, Lion Farm will take you on a breathtaking, intense, and mysterious wild boar hunt. Don't blink, because the journey starts now. Wild boars are native animals of Europe, and France is one of the countries with the largest wild boar populations. They primarily inhabit forests, grasslands, and rural areas, especially in regions like the Vosges, Ardennes, Pyrenees, and Corsica. The sharp increase in the wild boar population in France over the past few decades has led to numerous issues related to the environment, agriculture, and wildlife management. Wild boars cause an estimated 30 to 50 million euros in agricultural damage each year, mainly by destroying crops such as corn, wheat, and grapes. According to reports, the number of wild boars hunted annually in France ranged between 700,000 and 800,000 in recent years, up to 2023. This marks a significant rise from around 400,000 in the 1990s, reflecting a population boom. Wild boar hunting in France is strictly regulated by law and governmental agencies. It's not only a sporting activity, but also part of a broader strategy to control the wild boar population, minimize economic damage, and protect the ecosystem. The wild boar hunting season typically runs from August to February each year, though it can be extended in certain areas if the population becomes too dense. Outside of hunting season, hunting is only permitted under special control measures approved by local authorities. Each year, around 600,000 licensed hunters participate in hunting activities in France, with wild boar hunts making up the majority of big game hunts. About 70% of wild boars are hunted during group hunts, which help effectively control their numbers in densely populated regions. The hunting industry supports tens of thousands of jobs, from the manufacturing of hunting gear and guide services to wild boar meat processing. Wild boar meat is considered a delicacy in France and is often served in high-end restaurants. According to a 2022 report, about 750,000 to 800 zero wild boars are hunted each year in France, accounting for roughly 40–50% of all wildlife hunted. Night hunting makes up only a small portion, an estimated 10–15%, due to strict legal requirements. Night hunting typically occurs between August and February, coinciding with the official hunting season. Areas like Grand Est, Nouvelle-Aquitaine and Occitanie have higher rates of night hunting due to larger wild boar populations and significant agricultural damage. Night hunts involve tools like night vision goggles, hunting rifles equipped with infrared scopes, and sometimes hunting dogs. In 2021, about 5,000 hunters received special permits to hunt wild boars at night in designated areas. Wild boars are estimated to cause 50 to 80 million euros in agricultural damage annually. Night hunting is considered an effective method to reduce such damage, especially in regions known for grape, grain, and crop cultivation. Wild boar hunting in France is a prime example of how to balance exploitation with conservation. Hunter training programs emphasize the importance of maintaining stable wildlife populations and avoiding overhunting. Hunting wild boars in France is not only a sporting or economic activity, it plays a vital role in wildlife management and environmental protection. Backed by accurate data from reputable organizations, we see that this practice has helped control wild boar populations, lessen economic damage, and maintain ecological balance. Hello everyone, are you ready? Let's dive into a heart-pounding wild boar hunt with the Lion Farm channel, a world where danger lurks and tension runs high. The sound of hunting dogs echoed through the forest, relentlessly chasing a powerful wild boar dashing across the lush green field. There it was, the wild boar's shadow darting up a bare, parched hillside. I held my breath, raised the rifle to my shoulder, squinted through the scope. Bang! Bang! 2 shots blasted up dust right near the target. It still charged ahead like an arrow. The chase continued, demanding even more patience and precision. In the sunlit stillness of the forest, I quietly watched the wild boar move leisurely across the golden carpet of dry leaves. The rustling was the only sound breaking the peace. I stood frozen, blending into the scene, waiting for the perfect moment to act. Too soon, and the prey would be startled. It darted through tall reeds, vanishing into the thicket. Bang! Bang! My shot and my partner's rang out almost simultaneously. The prey disappeared into the dense brush. Then another herd appeared in the distance, scattering wildly across the open field. Another volley of bullets was unleashed, aiming at the dark silhouettes racing at incredible speed. A wild boar suddenly charged straight toward me across the field. The gap closed quickly. I steadied my rifle, calmly aiming at a vital spot. Bang! A clean shot. It tumbled over and lay still. From another angle, another boar also couldn't escape the bullets and collapsed instantly. Dust flew up as a boar dashed across the dirt road near the high-voltage tower. I fired, but the bullet only grazed it. Moments later, a large herd emerged, creating total chaos. I quickly picked one and pulled the trigger again. This time, success. It dropped after the shot. A large, fierce-looking boar was slowly climbing a rocky slope. The rugged terrain didn't slow it down. I aimed carefully. Bang! The shot landed, and it stumbled, tumbling down the slope. In another scene, a boar was busily digging for food with its snout, startled by a bullet striking the ground nearby. It tried to hide in tall, dry grass, but its constant movement gave away its position. I couldn't miss this golden chance. Raising the rifle, I fired quickly. Bang! A single shot took it down. One more result added to the hunt, and the tension briefly eased. Another target appeared, swiftly climbing a gentle slope. I fired twice in a row. Bang! Bang! The bullet struck the ground right behind it but missed. The boar kept running at an astonishing speed. A true test of my shooting skills on this terrain. The brown-neck hunting dog continued sniffing across the open land, tirelessly searching for fresh trails. Its persistence was admirable. Through the binoculars, I spotted a dark figure on a distant hillside. The distance was considerable. I needed to plan a stealthy approach or prepare for a difficult long-range shot. In the snowy forest landscape, a wild boar stood still for a moment before slowly turning to walk away. I fired twice in pursuit. Bang, bang. It was hard to tell the outcome. Meanwhile, the loyal dog didn't hesitate to leap into the freezing stream, continuing its mission. A lone wild boar appeared, sprinting across a harvested field, only stubble left behind. The open terrain offered no cover. It was the perfect opportunity, but required lightning-fast reflexes and absolute accuracy with a moving target that quick. It raced across the open field. Bang! A well-placed shot made its somersault across the dusty ground. Nearby, barking grew louder. Dogs had cornered another one in a bush. Chaos erupted. I rushed over, raised my rifle, and ended the struggle. A smaller boar, likely young, dashed through the tall grass by the trail. Despite its size, it was incredibly fast. I had to react quickly. Bang! A precise shot halted its run. In this hunt, size doesn't matter, only focus and decisiveness. Night fell. But through the thermal scope, the wild lit up with glowing white dots. A group of boars was calmly feeding. I picked the lead one and held the aim steady. Bang! The shot shattered the silence. The herd panicked and fled, leaving one behind. Another herd came into view. This time we were ready. 2 rifles on bipods opened fire in sync. Bang, bang, bang! Multiple blasts echoed as white figures dropped. Night vision truly changed the game, greatly enhancing effectiveness. A boar ran alone through the dark. I aimed quickly and took it down. Then the lens captured another group gathered around a feeding trough left by humans. They seemed unaware. it was an easier shot, but raised questions about the challenge of the hunt. Through each hunt, from the thrill of tracking to the intense moments of aiming and the final decisive second, I've come to truly understand nature's harsh cycle. This isn't just a game of skill, bravery, or advanced technology. Every time I pull the trigger, I feel the raw vitality of the wild and our small yet significant place within it. Whether it's to manage or simply survive, these encounters remind me of our responsibility to nature. The hunt teaches me respect, patience, and humility in the face of this vast and mysterious world. We hope today's video brought you emotional moments and fascinating stories. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video to support Lion Farm. See you next time. Hello everyone! Have you ever wondered what's waiting deep in the forest? Join Lion Farm on a thrilling wild boar hunt where danger and surprises lurk with every step. Are you ready? The journey starts right now. The herd moves, sometimes hidden in the tall grass, other times gathered near scattered food or a muddy waterhole. I hold my breath, watching every movement. Their alertness is their survival instinct, and a true test of patience for me. From the elevated blind, I have a wider view. Boars of all sizes and colors gather under a tree near an automatic feeder. I've chosen my target. My heartbeat quickens. Focus sharpens. The decisive moment is near. I need to stay completely calm. The bow is drawn tight, all my senses locked onto the chosen boar in the feeding group. My breathing slows. I release the string gently. The arrow flies like a flash of light, striking the boar with precision. The entire herd erupts in panic, squealing and scattering into the woods. Another opportunity arises as a new group appears, more cautious, yet still lured by the food and water. I draw again, this time aiming at a smaller boar drinking. The arrow lands true, and the animal drops instantly. I quickly get ready. Again, the arrow hits its mark, a distracted boar focused on eating. It stumbles a few steps, then falls still. Bow hunting demands silence, skill, and respect for the animal. I watch from afar, making sure it has truly gone down. We shift to another hunt, this time with a rifle and snow falling around us. Boars dash through leafless woods or across snowy hillsides. I load a round, squint through the scope, and search for a clean shot between the trees or in an open space. The shot rings out, sharp and final. A wild boar is hit, rolling down the slope or stumbling back into the forest. The rest vanish in fear. Rifle hunting is faster and more powerful, but it still demands absolute accuracy and good judgment. Whether using a bow or a rifle, each shot requires intense focus. Sometimes it's a lone boar, sometimes it's a whole herd in black, white, or spotted patterns. I have to be selective, decisive, and accept the outcome, whether success or failure. More precise shots come from above, with both bow and rifle. Boars fall. Some are massive and aggressive with sharp tusks. Others are smaller. Every hunt is a unique experience, requiring careful preparation and different skill sets. Other hunters join in. They move through the forest, tracking signs or waiting from tree stands. Coordination and silence are key. Another gunshot breaks the stillness, scattering the herd again, creating tense and challenging moments. A large boar is brought down by a well-placed rifle shot. The hunt ends with the prize lying there. The hunters approach, inspecting the animal. Their faces reveal focus, experience, and a bit of relief after the intense chase through the woods. Another hunt begins. This time, it's a lone boar darting through golden-leaved woods. The hunter quickly raises his gun and fires. The precise shot brings the animal down in seconds. It all happens in a flash, demanding lightning-fast reflexes. These hunts are not just about skill or victory. They're profound lessons in the cycle of nature. I've learned to respect the life I take, to better understand survival instincts and our small place in this vast, harsh, yet beautifully balanced wild world. Hello everyone, ready? Today we'll follow James, a seasoned hunter, as he risks it all in a thrilling showdown against giant wild boars. What secrets lie ahead? Let's jump into the journey with Lionfarm right now. As night falls, James and his team use advanced technology to track their targets. Drones equipped with thermal cameras sweep across fields and forest edges, detecting the herd's location by their body heat. Night hunting proves more effective, as the animals are more active after dark. Through the thermal scope, the world appears in surreal colors. James locks onto the moving boars within range. He holds his breath, squeezes the trigger. A sharp crack breaks the silence. The hunt to control the population has begun, intense and relentless. This job demands extreme focus and precision. James and his teammates coordinate using high-tech night vision devices. Multiple shots are fired in rapid succession at the wild boars, which are destroying crops. They must act swiftly and efficiently to minimize the damage. Each team member is well equipped, from rifles with thermal scopes to supporting gear. They move tactically through the darkness, tracking the boar's trail. The goal? To reduce the invasive population in a controlled and safe manner. A large wild boar is hit and goes down. James approaches to inspect it. The wound confirms a precise shot. This is not easy work. It requires courage, deep knowledge of animals, and a strong sense of responsibility in maintaining local ecological balance. By day, the hunt continues, using different methods. James follows trails through a damp forest thick with palmettos and dense vegetation. He moves slowly, listening closely for any sound, trying to detect wild boars hiding or foraging nearby. From a distance, James spots his target. He finds a good vantage point, steadies his rifle, and aims carefully. A shot rings out. The boar runs a short distance before collapsing. Daytime hunting is more difficult due to limited access, but remains essential to the overall control strategy. James examines fresh tracks, imprinted in the muddy ground. He decides to switch to bow hunting for this approach. Hunting with a bow demands higher skill, closer proximity to the target, and absolute silence. It's a true test of patience and technique. Perched in a well-camouflaged hunting blind, James waits patiently. Below, the baited area starts to attract a few wild boars. He quietly lifts his bow, draws the string, arrow ready. Every movement must be calculated to avoid spooking the prey. The arrow flies, sharp and forceful. The startled boars scatter into the forest. James carefully observes the direction of the struck animal. Tracking after the shot is vital in bow hunting to ensure the animal is retrieved and doesn't suffer unnecessarily. The scene shifts to winter. Snow blankets the ground. James and other hunters continue their work in harsher conditions. Wild boars move across the snow, leaving clear tracks. The hunt now takes place on rugged terrain, demanding stamina and teamwork. Gunshots echo through the winter forest. Boars scatter among the bare trees. Some are taken down instantly. James and his team move quickly to finish the hunt. Controlling wild boar numbers during winter also helps reduce strain on scarce food sources. James stands over the downed boars. He doesn't feel victorious, only thoughtful. Human development has pushed wildlife into tighter spaces, forcing them into competition and encroachment. James continues the hunt through the snowy forest. Through the scope, he follows a target moving among the trees. Another shot rings out, piercing the cold silence. A boar falls. Another precise hit. Another shot echoes across the field, downing a target. The scene shifts back to the snowy forest, with a similar outcome. James stops, gazing at the vast yet disrupted landscape. He suddenly realizes that bullets only solve part of the problem. The root issue lies in the ecological imbalance caused by humans. The most important lesson is respect and finding sustainable solutions for coexistence rather than endlessly cycling through hunting and control without end. Hello everyone! Have you ever wondered how to face a wild boar in the deep forest? Today, Lion Farm will take you on a thrilling journey with Richard as he hunts wild boars, where every moment will have your heart pounding. Ready? Let's go! Richard sets out with his loyal hunting dogs. The eager pack is ready to sniff out and chase their target. On a hillside, more wild boars appear, swiftly weaving through sparse bushes. Richard lifts his gun. Another accurate shot rings out, taking down the target.
Ooh.
Through Richard's scope, the target becomes clear on the sunlit slope. He steadies his grip, fully focused. As the trigger is pulled, the bullet flies. The wild boar is hit, stumbles, then dashes into the nearby dense forest to hide. Richard continues searching in a tougher area, with rough terrain, trees and rocks. A lone boar slowly moves into view. Richard doesn't miss the chance. A decisive shot echoes. Once again, his sharp shooting skills prove effective. The hunt goes on in a tall, reed-covered area, the plants reaching above head height. The dogs bark furiously. They've found something. A large boar charges out of the reeds. Richard reacts quickly, but the shot merely grazes it. The animal escapes. Richard realizes that solo hunting isn't enough to manage the growing boar population. He switches to a more efficient method, using trap cages. He carefully scouts the location, prepares bait, and sets up the advanced Jaeger Pro trap system, ready for a big capture. Under the still night sky, infrared cameras capture a group of wild boars, both large and small, moving into the trap zone. Cautiously, they explore the area, then are drawn in by the bait Richard had meticulously placed, gradually stepping into the large cage. Once enough boars are inside, the system is remotely triggered. The trap gate slams shut swiftly and securely, locking the whole group inside. The frantic boars circle around, searching for an escape, but it's hopeless. Technology proves highly effective in this capture. At dawn, Richard and his partner inspect the results. Dozens of wild boars in all shapes and colors are confined in the sturdy cage. The trap method clearly works for mass capture, helping control the damage these animals cause to crop. Richard reviews several videos showing successful trap operations. The Jaeger Pro system, with its automatic gate, surveillance cameras, and remote control capability, allows for the efficient capture of entire boar herds at different times, day or night, in multiple locations. Richard stands, observing the traps and the results. Controlling the wild boar population is vital for protecting agriculture and preserving ecosystem balance. Technology can be powerful, but it's the understanding, respect, and pursuit of harmonious, sustainable solutions that truly shape our shared future. Richard keeps watching the footage from the trap cameras. The Jaeger Pro system continues to prove effective, not just in numbers, but in adapting to different terrains and weather. He observes the diversity in the boar's sizes and colors. The video shifts to scenes of Richard and his partner preparing for a new trapping round. They carefully set up fences, test the gate mechanism, and spread enticing corn bait in the cage center. Richard also sprays a special scent lure on the fence to increase attraction, ensuring the boars come to the exact spot. Another night, infrared cameras catch a new herd, including playful piglets, feeding inside the trap. From a distance, Richard watches via his phone and waits for the perfect moment. He presses the trigger. The gate drops in a flash, trapping the whole herd in shock and panic. Looking at the captured wild boars, Richard reflects on nature's delicate balance. Managing this species is essential, but it also raises deeper questions about human roles and responsibility. Technology brings results, but a profound understanding of ecosystems and respectful, sustainable management is the true key to peaceful coexistence between people and nature. Hello everyone. Have you ever wondered what lies deep within the wild forests where fierce wild boars reign supreme? Join Lionfarm on a heart-pounding adventure alongside veteran hunter Anthony as we uncover the secrets of these wild beasts. As night falls, Anthony monitors the area through infrared cameras. Herds of wild boars, big and small, begin to move toward the baited trap zone. They remain cautious, but the irresistible scent of food lures them in. Anthony holds his breath, hoping the entire herd will enter. A few larger ones hesitate, lurking at the edge to observe. The piglets, however, innocently follow their mothers into the trap. Anthony sees enough of them have gone in, he decides it's time to act. Waiting any longer could risk them changing their minds.
I'm gonna go ahead and shut the gates, but the spotted boar just must be lucky.
Anthony presses the remote control button. The heavy metal mesh gate slams down swiftly and securely. A loud bang echoes through the forest. The trapped wild boars panic, running frantically in circles, desperately searching for an escape, but it's futile. The next morning, Anthony drives his familiar off-roads vehicle to inspect the previous night's catch. Dozens of wild boars of all sizes are confined inside a sturdy cage trap. Though they still appear aggressive, they are completely trapped and unable to escape. Anthony pays special attention to a large alpha male. Its coat a dusty gray, tusks long and razor-sharp, exuding menace. Catching this leader is a major success, as it significantly reduces future destruction. In addition to trapping, Anthony sometimes participates in live hunts to control the boar population. On a vast, dry grass field, a lone boar runs at full speed. A distant rifle shot rings out, signaling the hunt has begun. Another gunshot booms. The boar is hit. It staggers briefly, but its survival instincts push it to keep going. Anthony and his fellow hunters must be precise, decisive, and maintain a safe distance. The hunt demands skill and persistence. Hunting dogs bark loudly, herding another group of wild boars, both adults and piglets, into chaos as they charge down a sloping hill near the road. Anthony watches them rush past, traffic signs, dust clouds rising behind them. The chase is intense and dangerous. On a barren, rugged hillside, rifle shots fire in rapid succession. The wild boars dash like the wind, trying to hide in the few sparse bushes. Anthony knows controlling this intelligent and fast-breeding species is a long and relentless battle. A large, exhausted boar is hit and collapses on the icy snow. From a distance, Anthony watches, absorbing the harsh and complex reality of this survival fight. Sometimes, the target hides well among towering reeds or in endless cornfields. Anthony spots another hunter cautiously approaching, then firing multiple shots into a suspected hiding spot. Hunting isn't always about direct confrontation, it's about keen judgment too. The hunting dogs bark more intensely and urgently. They've cornered a boar in a thick patch of reeds by the lakeside. Anthony witnesses a chaotic struggle, dogs and boar battling fiercely. It's a critical moment, requiring the hunter's swift intervention. Anthony pauses and gazes toward the majestic snow-covered mountains on the horizon. The battle with wild boars, though necessary to protect livelihoods, is just a small part of the complex interaction between humans and the wilderness. Control must go hand in hand with understanding and respecting life. Nature's fragile balance teaches us that survival doesn't mean destruction. It's about finding a way to coexist in harmony and sustainability. Hello everyone! Have you ever wondered how to face an aggressive wild boar deep in the forest? Today, join the Lionfarm channel as we follow Daniel on a thrilling journey where he reveals wild boar hunting secrets you've never seen before. Daniel spots a large number of wild boars appearing, both in open fields and muddy areas. Piglets follow their mothers, forming large herds. They even begin invading residential areas, foraging in gardens and causing concern for local residents. To deal with the rise in wild boars, Daniel and others start setting up trap systems. They prepare steel mesh panels and build large circular or rectangular trap zones, selecting strategic locations where wild boars frequently pass by to feed. Danielle carefully scatters corn bait inside and around the trap areas. At night, infrared surveillance cameras capture scenes of the boars being attracted by the bait and slowly entering the trap. He patiently waits for the right moment until the entire herd is inside before taking action. Once the herd is completely inside the trap, Daniel uses modern technology. Through a smartphone connected to the system, he activates the trap door remotely. The door slams shut quickly, locking in the entire herd. This is an effective method to capture large numbers. Daniel thoroughly checks the trap equipment, including cameras, signal transmitters, and the automatic drop door mechanism. He ensures everything is ready to operate. Careful preparation and the use of technology make the trapping process safer and more efficient, minimizing risk. There are various types of traps used by Daniel and the community, from simple cage traps to large corral systems made of steel mesh, and even overhead drop net traps. Each type suits different terrains and herd sizes, showing the diversity in control solutions. Daniel observes the wild boars trapped in different types of enclosures. They run around in desperation, trying to escape, but the sturdy fences keep them in. These captures help reduce the damage they cause to agriculture and the surrounding natural environment. Daniel sets up another type of trap, a hanging net trap. He carefully raises the net high, ready to drop it when the boars go in to eat the bait below. This method requires meticulous preparation, but is highly effective in capturing entire herds with a single trigger. a lone wild boar is caught in a cage trap. It behaves aggressively, trying to break out. Daniel realizes that even a single boar can cause issues, and control measures must be applied to both solitary individuals and large herds. Daniel knows that sometimes traps alone aren't enough or feasible in wide areas. He and his team prepare another method, using helicopters to control wild boar populations from above, especially in hard-to-reach places. From the helicopter, Daniel gets a panoramic view. He spots a herd moving across a field. The helicopter lowers its altitude and begins the chase. The boars panic and flee upon hearing the loud engine and seeing the helicopter's shadow overhead. The aerial hunt is swift and intense. Daniel and the marksman use rifles, aiming at the scattered herd running across the field. This powerful method helps quickly reduce wild boar numbers and prevents widespread destruction caused by the animals. The helicopter circles, continuing to pursue the remaining boars through diverse terrain, from farmland to dry brush. Daniel stays focused, using both rifles and shotguns to ensure maximum effectiveness in controlling this invasive species. After the hunt, the helicopter ascended into the sky. Daniel looked down at the vast landscape below. He reflected on the complexity of managing wildlife. Sometimes, people are forced to make difficult decisions to protect crops, property, and the delicate balance of the native ecosystem. It's a heavy responsibility in today's world. Welcome to the creative and captivating introduction of our Lion Farm channel team. To start, we would like to introduce a passionate screenwriting talent, a young woman who never stops exploring and innovating in the field of agriculture. She is not only an exceptional scriptwriter with the ability to craft profound stories, but also a dedicated researcher of cutting-edge and sustainable technologies from around the world. For her, scriptwriting is not just a job, but a journey of passion, breathing life into every video we create. Next, we want to introduce the heart and soul of our channel, the channel owner and video editing expert. He is fully dedicated, overcoming every challenge to produce the highest quality videos for our audience. With a burning passion, he constantly drives the team to deliver unique and inspiring experiences to viewers. We hope that in the journey ahead, you will continue to love and support the Lion Farm channel. Sincerely, thank you.